Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Libra, Sun, Moon or Rising. And Libra, this is your reading for the week of January the 13th to the 19th. This week we have for you the Dance with Life Oracle card, which I love. We have the Ace of Wands, the Nine of Wands, Five of Cups, beautiful full energy, Knight of Swords, and 10 of Wands. I love the reading, Libra, because, we have clear endings and strong new beginning energy here. I mean, Ace of Wands in the full, they are new beginnings with a bang. The Dance of Life, that is definitely what the Fool wants to do. We can see in the past, with cards like that Five of Cups, that is pretty much the opposite of Dance with Life. Five of Cups is somebody who might potentially be stuck in the past or holding on. Maybe you were like that for a long time in a situation. That energy is really shifting now, and you're being called to get back into the universal flow and just enjoy, reconnect with your rebel heart, start a fresh new beginning. So I really love the energy. It's very clear. I'm going to kick off by reading out the Oracle card, and then we'll unpack the tarot cards. So Dance with Life. Do something to change your energy. Life is always moving. If you resist this ever-changing flow, your energy will become stagnant and you will fall out of flow with the universe. The universe has a mysterious intelligent force, a natural rhythmic beat which governs all of life. One of the best ways to shift your energy, frequency and vibration is to put on some music and dance along with it. When we dance unconstrained, our spirit takes over, and with each new bop, sway and kick, we are rocked back into harmony with the rest of life. So Libra, it's time to get back in the flow of life. After a period where maybe you weren't in the flow of life. And what does it feel like when you're not in the flow of life? It feels like being stuck. Things going stagnant. No opportunities coming your way. Not feeling inspired. Not feeling passionate. Feeling like you're just not too sure which way to go. Being stuck in a state of indecision. That kind of energy. So this is what you're being called to release yourself from. You're being called to get things moving again. So recent past, Nine of Wands and Five of Cups. Well, what I do love about this reading, guys, is that we have the Nine of Wands in the recent past, but we also have the 10 of Wands in your current energies. So we're going from a 9 to a 10. But the Nine of Wands is somebody that maybe is close to an ending, but not quite. Now, why? Because perhaps you were just very much focused on the past in a situation. Maybe you were very much focused on, okay, I'm in this job that's not working, or this relationship that's not working, I'm focusing on all these things, but maybe I can get it on track, that kind of thing. It's somebody who's quite stuck, and through that, that stuck energy, or that energy of being in the negativity or victim mentality, or letting it all get on top of you, then that's what stops the situation from being able to be completed. Because somebody like this figure in the Five of Cups is somebody who might have had a certain amount of struggle in a situation, but over time that struggle has almost I'm just seeing like a statue. It's kind of encapsulated them in the negativity to the point that you can't really move anymore. You're frozen like stone, right? And it's really hard from that place, especially if it is getting into the territory of, depression and things like that. I'm very sorry if it has for some of you. That's where it can be really hard to actually complete a situation, to say, I'm going to walk away from this relationship, I'm going to leave this job. That's what I'm seeing here. So, I think that some of you might have been in that state for quite a while, We're ending a decade, the energies are shifting significantly. Some of you might have been in a job or relationship that's not really working for that whole decade, or progressively declining over that time. But that Nine of Wands does say that, there's still some warrior spirit there. You might have weathered the storm, bruised, metaphorically, hopefully, battled the fight, but there's still some energy in the tank for you to get this over the line and complete it. And to this person here has the Ace of Wands, but it's sort of like, well, I don't really know if I've got the energy to use it. I don't really know if I can get my passion and enthusiasm back. But that is coming in for you later on. So you are ready. You are ready. So your Five of Cups, it's through staying stuck and stagnant in a situation, focused on the losses, that's when we miss the opportunities that are actually, right behind us or may have been there at the same time. This is a person that really is choosing to stay in that stuck place, but sometimes things, like I said before, can get on top of us and then it's sort of not our choosing anymore, but only we can get ourselves out of a situation and release it. I mean, there is a bridge over these troubled waters for this person to go back to the sanctuary, which can be our inner sanctuary, which can be our sense of security, can be to a better place, but there's a sense of not being able to move towards it. And that's all about to change, Libra. Absolutely. Because current energy is the energy of completion and swift forward movement. The Ten of Wands is about, it being time for you to release the weight of this situation, to release the burden, to put down that heavy load. I mean, this person here can still carry on and get from work to home and go about the daily business, but only by putting one foot in front of the other and treading a well-worn path, because, automatically, being on autopilot, this person knows where he or she is going. However, vision is blocked. So if you're in this state, finding new paths, new opportunities, new jobs, new relationships, all of those things would be impossible for this person because vision is completely blocked. Head is down and just focused on getting through the day, getting through the next task, getting through the next hour. But that is no way to live, Libra, and it's got to change. That is absolutely not being in the dance of life. And if we compare that, to the full energy that's coming in for you, this is somebody with head held high, just, gliding into a new chapter. So I think that the time is on you to complete the situation, have that difficult conversation, walk out of that job that's no longer serving you if you financially, you're able to do that. It's time to end the toxic friendship, whatever it is for you guys. It's a general reading, so don't get too specific in those. Because the Knight of Swords, I'm really interpreting this card as you, Libra, getting back onto your horse and charging into a new beginning with, with great gusto and enthusiasm. Now, the key with the Knight of Swords is of course, to not be too hasty, slow things down if you need to. Like I mentioned before, if it is a work situation, maybe not leaving the job until you have something to go to, making sure if you're ending a relationship that it is done with compassion and empathy rather than with harsh words and haste, which the Knight of Swords can be responsible for. But either way, it's swift forward movement. I've put these wands down, and I'm ready to charge forth. I'm ready for victory, and I'm ready for the new battles, new territory. To enter a new empire for myself. Because you have in the near future the shift, the Fool and the Ace of Wands. What a powerful new beginning. This is your dance of life. This is the change of energy that it talks about in Dance of Life, and this is you getting back into the flow, back into the universal flow. So Ace of Wands, guys, that can be a passionate new offer, be it in love or even, if it is in, business and career, it can be that opportunity that's going to fulfill you, that aligns with your higher self, which aligns with your passion and purpose. The Ace of Wands is about growth, reconnecting with your spirituality, getting back your, invigoration, your enthusiasm and your passion for life again. Can be about, reconnecting with your sexuality as well. Now, the aces are the first card, the first number, in this case, the wand suit. So this is about planting new seeds that are going to grow in your next chapter. So it's new beginnings coming in, but not necessarily fully established and materialized new beginnings. They take inspired action in order to get them going, for them to grow and expand. And the Fool, guys, the biggest card of new beginnings in the tarot deck. The Fool asks you or invites you, because you have free will, to take a leap of faith, to walk a new path, even though you may not know where the destination is heading. You might not know what challenges you're going to face or mountains you're going to scale along the way, but you're not worried about that. for the first time in a long time for some of you, new paths are going to be visible. You're actually going to put your head up and you're going to be able to see them. And that's going to be really, that's going to make you feel very enthusiastic and very excited. The Fool has that sense of, you will be divinely guided. If you take the leap, if you jump, the safety net will appear. So don't be scared, get back into the flow of life. That is what you're being invited to do. And the Fool just takes the necessary baggage, the essential belongings, doesn't take the weight of the past, doesn't carry any of those burdens, isn't going to look back at these cups, is going to drop that cloak of darkness. It's all about head held high, reconnecting with the rebel heart, which means reconnecting with your higher self, getting on soul purpose. What job would you seek if if that would really fulfill you? What is the thing that you really want to do with your life? What kind of person do you really want to be? What kind of person do you want to be with? And, making instinctual decisions to start aligning with all of that. Because being in the dance of life is about alignment. And I think in the past, maybe you were dancing to someone else's tune. Maybe you were riding on somebody else's coattails. But it's time, Libra, for you to walk your own journey. And it's when you walk your own journey, that's when you attract in all the aligned experiences and people to you as well. Big energetic shift this week. I love the reading, Libra. I'm going to leave it there. It is a general reading, guys. It won't be for every Libra, although I sort of hope so because you've got some beautiful energy coming in. Feel free to leave me a comment. Always love to know how it's playing out in your daily life. And I'll see you back here next week for another reading.